I want to go in with more watercolor onto this, and I'm using the Cotman pan set that I got again when I was working full time. But you can use whatever watercolor you have, and then this is Spritzzer that you can buy at any Dollar Tree or Michael's. It doesn't matter. Um, I have two watercolor containers over here. One is for getting rid of my um, the majority of my dirty brush, and the other one is to go in with clean water when I need. And because I live in an old building, the water is questionable. That way, I just use bottled water. I'm going to be using maybe another bus, but this is the Cotman 3 that comes with the paint set. So, let's see. Going to go back in with my pencil. And I'll show you why. I sometimes will use the old paint and reactivate it, especially if the background matches which is already there. And if you lift up some of the watercolor that's already there, not to worry. And I have a little bit of red. To the mix. And you don't have to clean your brush out from every use. It's always a good idea to use whatever pigment is still on your brush. And I'm putting that there to incorporate those two orbs. And I'm going outside of the initial watercolor border because it adds dimension. So sit back, enjoy the process, and if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. I read all my comments, but it takes a little bit of time. I like the neutral colors, adding more shapes around the mandala. And straight pigment, watered down. So while this part dries a little bit, I'm going to pencil in some more detail. Of course, it might not work, so I look at my doodles as an experiment. So I try to allow myself room to play, and I learn something from every doodle that I do. So I'm going to go in with a more intense blue and really water it down. Since that already is wet, I'll skip this one and then work in this. A little bit of clean water. I want to maybe intensify the blue. I should have started on that side because I'm right-handed. but I didn't. And I applied a little bit more pigment for this one, and we'll see. It's good. Okay. And then a little bit more so it blooms out a bit. Okay. Going to change it up a bit since I messed up, but that's okay. Remember, everything is okay. The good thing about this paper is it's pretty good in the amount of washes you can apply. So remember, nobody will know that you made a mistake unless you tell them. Okay. So that's pretty dry. Go in. Okay. I'll let that dry a bit. And that goes the siren. Okay. So let's add some more. Do that. No. Okay. Let's get rid of that. Okay. and going in with the more or less the same gray tone, which is basically a little bit of red and a fair amount of blue. And again, with a clean brush and water, extend the wash up out. Okay. Further. And the reason I'm extending the wash out a bit in case I use more elements like that, but I don't know. So let's add a little bit of elements here. Now, what I'm going to do is, once this is more dry, add in some ink work. Good. I wanted to do this because of my earlier boo-boo, but actually it makes it pop even more, but still a little subtle. Sorry about that. My camera or phone died down, so I'm basically increasing the number of layers in the background to a third one, which is basically what I like to limit it, because it's just the right degree of complexity, but still carrying it out further. Kind of a negative space. And sometimes you have more blue or red. It doesn't matter. Not in this kind of case. Still extending it out a little bit. Bit more shadow for the background. Okay, looking good so far. I will let this dry more completely and get rid of the watercolor, because we're done with this. Oops. Oh, by the way, this one here comes with the Cotman watercolor set. So this is more or less dry, and I'm going to add some more detail. I like to use 3. Again, 3 is my favorite number, I guess. So I'm going to be using 0.3, 0.1, and 0.05. Really small. And I just do, and again, don't worry about the lines matching up with other elements. It doesn't matter. You can use whatever patterns you want. It's all good. And every so often, look up. That way your eyes have a chance to refocus. Because every so often, I feel like I'm getting cross-eyed. I like to combine geometrical elements like these, and then also more or less organic stuff. And although this is on this side, I'm going to change up a little bit on the side over here. Because I can, as well as you can change it up. These pens are looking kind of good. Let's see. And if you go over like this, you can just extend it and incorporate it. Just have fun. So if you like this video, if you want to be notified when I do another upload, hit the subscribe button and hit the notification. That way you will be notified. So I like to include faces, kind of my stylized faces. Because it's a generic face, and basically, okay. And unless you are looking for a face, sometimes, depending upon how I do it, you'll never know. I like to ice things in my doodles. I think it's a cool experiment for me. And people generally like discovering things on their own. Okay. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna get out another color. Width. Go with the 1. And I'm going to add some black, solid black. See, I told you I don't know what I'm going to do before I actually do it. So I'm probably ruining it, but that's okay, because everyone is an experiment. It's going to take a long time for me to process it and upload it. So I added all this black because of that one. But okay. Now the next I want to do is have a little bit of metallic. So I'll be back when I get the supplies. So I'm going to use Signo Gold, the silver, and then the white. I like Signo. And silver, I'm going to here. In the black crescents. Hopefully you are able to see it all. It's going pretty good. And the gold. And here I want to do that. So the white's not really coming up as I want, so I'll be back. So I am going to use a little bit of Deco Arts holographic illusions. It will be a good test to see if the ink is good or bad as far as with watercolor. And I've never done this before, but I want to include in here. Kind of shimmering effects for the window. Well, it doesn't appear that the ink is smearing, which is good. I may include this technique with other stained glass windows I do, or doodles. And it's not disturbing the watercolor beneath, which is always a good thing. But make sure you clean your brush out really good after you apply it. That way your brush isn't constantly having glitter throughout your various pieces. So do you see the shimmery? That's nice. I like that. Well, I hope you have enjoyed the video and got inspired today to play around with your art supplies. And I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.